And we are live. All right. For those of you who are viewing our video, this is part 4 and hopefully the last part for our campaign on Ravnica. Now, there had been some errors, mostly because I don't recommend Streamlabs anymore. Partially because they keep changing their system every time.
Irrelevant. Keep going.
And so, from where we left off last campaign, our heroes, well, the Shattergang brothers have set Foundry Street alight in their search for Krenko. Our heroes have searched for Krenko and have located him inside a warehouse. Now they've taken out the guards beforehand, so that way an alarm won't be raised. And while Preslek, the Minotaur, goes off to fetch the Boros Legion to help bring Krenko in. Everyone else, well, the rest of our group is going in to help catch Krenko before he escapes again. So, would everyone introduce their characters?
Yeah. Crap, I forgot his name. Balthazar? Balthazar. Alright, just double checking. Balthazar is my character. He is a Boros stun sniper. And it was originally his mission to hunt down Krenko.
Actually, it was Sky's mission. You're just doing this because you're part of the Boros Legion and you sort of brought the Boros Legion into it.
Do I have a motivation?
Not really, you were just there and decided to join.
Because why not?
Okay, should I introduce my character?
Yeah.
Okay, Big Steam is a fire genasi.
A weird.
A what?
He's a weird because of Ravnica. Weirds are the artificially created races of the Izzet.
Oh, okay. So he's a weird from the Izzet League, and he's a freelance sorcerer. And
he's a storm sorcerer.
Yeah, he's a freelance storm sorcerer. I added the freelance bit.
Let me see.
No, I didn't add it.
But
does he already have a background?
Yeah, he is one of the researchers for the Izzet League.
Okay, I'm a researcher for the Izzet League.
His character was seen earlier, but because his regular player has been unable to unable to join our groups, he's filling in for him. And then we also have Sven. My character, partially because we don't get a lot of players through Facebook Messenger. A Dark Elf Ranger from the Golgari Swarm. Indebted to the Orzhov Angel whose was the person this was originally the mission for that angel, but his player is busy, has been busy for a while, so he's not here. But Sven is, and so we are now at the big double doors into the warehouse. Let's roll.
Alrighty. Okay, so what's the order again?
For initiative,
Yeah.
you're at 14, Balthazar's 14, Sven's 14, and Big Steam is 11.
Alright, Sven, you're more stealthy than I am. So, go check out the doors.
Well, right now, all three of you are standing right in front of the double doors.
Oh, I know, I'm saying Sven take a sneaky peek through them.
The doors are closed, though inside there are any side that can be seen through a gap not between the doors, but in the actual door itself, are some stacks of boxes.
It appears I do have a bonus in investigation. Can I investigate those boxes?
You could try to investigate them from the outside.
Or we can go inside and then investigate them.
We could do that. Are the doors locked? We could knock.
Don't knock. They're the bad guys. You don't knock on the bad guy's base unless you're very confident.
Return of the Jedi. Except we don't have a disguise.
Plus, these are goblins we're dealing with.
Do they have what? They have perceptive noses or something?
No, they're goblins.
They'll just kill everything on sight?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I try to press my ear against the door, see if there are any guards or anyone hanging out?
Well, alright, roll a perception check.
Is that a D20?
Yep.
12 plus nothing. For what?
See, perception
Okay.
is... You don't have proficiency in perception, so it's just +2. So that's 14. You can't tell if there are or are not any goblins inside.
Okay. About how big is the room? Could we assess, maybe?
It's the entire interior of a warehouse.
Okay. I could always we could always just kick down those doors, and I could burning hands through the place, and that'll cover everything in 15 feet in front of me.
Except they can hide behind crates, which yes can set fire, but we're trying to bring Krenko in alive, and if the place is full of fire and smoke, he'll probably slip out somewhere.
That's right.
So we need to do this stealthily. Has our cover been blown yet?
No.
Alternatively, we could smoke him out like a fox and just surround the place. Each take a different corner or different exit or entrance.
Knowing goblins, they probably have a tunnel.
Oh, that's true.
Well,
when you said gap in the door, is it a window or just a hole through the door?
It's a hole. It's a small hole through the door. It might be big enough for someone to shoot a bow through it, but it would only go in one spot. And that's a stack of crates about. Right here. Let me...
Yeah, tilt that down a little so I can see the board.
Stack of crates. Again? It would probably hit a stack of crates right here.
Okay.
That's all that gap can do.
Do any of us in our kits have some sort of lock picking set?
I have a proficiency in Tinkerer's tools. Do I have Tinkerer's tools?
Page 2.
Doesn't look like I have anything.
Oh. Well, you got the basic stuff that is listed for sorcerer,
Okay.
plus a few other things, such as your insignia. Well, your insignia, artisan's tools, twist the remains of a failed experiment, hammer, block, and tackle. Well, we don't have any thieves' tools. Equipment right here.
Oh, there you go. My crossbow. That's
Use pencil.
What?
Use a pencil.
Okay. Yeah.
On page 2. So, back to where we were. No lockpicking tools, though no one's made a investigation or perception check to see if the door was locked or not.
Yeah, we did. We said so earlier. We said earlier if we checked if the door was locked.
Well, he was checking to see if there were any guards, but
No, we checked if the door was locked. So, is the door locked?
roll an investigation. Parker?
You get frozenated.
I think so.
What's a component pouch?
Oh. It's got all sorts of weird bits and pieces that spellcasters would take a pinch of and use it as part of their spellcasting.
Okay. And an arcane focus?
Like a wand or a staff.
Oh, okay.
Parker? Aye.
You still there?
Yeah?
What happened?
Well, it was disconnected on your end.
Alright.
Disconnected on your end. I was trying to contact you, but it instantly pulled the video onto my phone.
Got it.
Alright. So, roll for investigation.
I can roll for investigation.
Alright.
Shall I?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's 5 plus 2 plus intelligence, right?
Yep.
Okay, so that's 9 total.
Did you roll, Parker? Or do you not have dice?
I have a MTG dice, not a rolling die.
What about that app on your tablet? Or are you using your tablet?
I'm using my computer. Let me go grab my tablet.
Oh yeah, that's right. He does have a computer.
All right. I'm pulling up the app now. After this, I'm gonna eat like 6 quesadillas. I'm starving, man.
Any reason why the door is open?
It's warm in here. You can close it if you want. We got the door. We got the window open. Or do we? That doesn't matter. That's a pretty cute book cover.
Or the monster manual.
Oh, cute. Most
19.
terrifying monster of all.
19.
19?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so let's see. 19 plus your investigation is 4. So that's 23. You're able to determine that the double doors themselves are not locked, just closed. As if they're preparing for a quick getaway just in case. You got that?
Repeat that one more time.
So the doors are not closed. Well, are closed but not
Okay.
locked. As if the goblins are preparing for a quick getaway just in case there is a disaster.
You know what we could
I'm
do?
like a ranger, right?
Yeah?
Do I have any things that I can use to set a trap?
In your equipment, there's the Dungeoneer's pack.
Mm-hmm.
Which includes rope, pitons, a hammer, and
Any, like, bear traps or anything?
no bear traps.
Hmm.
No bear traps. Well, you know what I could do. Same with fire genasi. Can I like just generate fire? Like just for maybe like to make a lighter.
Well, with what's the original player did, Fire Ganassi, but with the Water Ganassi innate spellcasting ability, where you can control water.
So I can control water.
Yep.
But I can't control fire.
Nope. Well, you can't cast the control water spell. Well, control fire cantrip, or later burning hands. But you have, for your spellcasting class, Firebolt, Ray of Frost, Shocking Grasp, Light for cantrips, and Burning Hands, Chaos Bolt, and Shield.
That's what I was thinking. I mean, can the doors be locked from the outside?
Well, none of us have any chain.
Okay.
That could.
They don't have locks on them.
Nope.
Thinking we could like lock the doors, and then I could like heat up the doorknobs, so that when the goblins try to escape, they burn their hands.
Well, except we're trying to get in to capture Krenko.
Yeah, but we could like just
Do it behind us?
Where are the doors here?
From here to here, are the doors.
A big set of double doors.
Yes.
Okay.
Because this is a warehouse.
Are there any doors elsewhere?
Well,
not that we can see.
Not that we can see. Okay.
But you can roll a. Roll an
Or you could just
check.
walk around the corner and look.
17.
Plus intelligence.
Basic intelligence.
So 17 plus 2, it's 19.
Yes. So, because you work with the Izzet League, you know some of the blueprints of many of the buildings used throughout the city. You're able to determine with this kind of warehouse that there are two sets of doors like the ones in front of us.
Okay.
One right in front of us and one on the other side of the building.
And there's a stack of crates right here. Is this stack of crates blocking our view of the other side of the building?
Well, there's those stacks of crates. But yes, they're blocking your view because of the small hole in one of the doors.
Okay. Let's wrap around and just scope out the other side. See if there's a clearer path.
Alright. So going around to the other side, you're stopped from reaching the other doors by a waterway.
What's a waterway?
Like a
Canal,
canal.
yes.
Okay. Like there's a canal that like goes under the property?
Nope. It's right along the other side of the building. With a small wooden dock.
So
It's
a loading dock.
Yes. A wooden dock leading out from just right in front of the double doors for loading cargo and such into the warehouse.
Okay. Can I have you seen Ponyo?
No.
Okay. There's a scene where there's a little girl who can control water, and she makes the water turn into like sort of like a kind of semi-solid like whale bubbles and runs across them.
16 plus my perception is 5. Oh, well, while you're trying to figure out that, Sven notices a window that's open, and it's up on what would be the second story.
Is that the only window?
Well, it's the only open window that he found on this side of the building.
Okay.
So, plan?
I'm thinking maybe, what if we split up? Fire guy, go sneak in through the front doors, and then are those double doors? Are the handles? Are they made out of metal?
Yes.
If he can heat up his hands enough and melt them together, blocking that exit, then me and Sven go in through the window stealthily and scout out from there.
I'm down.
All right.
Can I? Do I have a shot at pulling that off?
Well, with the spells that you have, Firebolt, Ray of Frost, Shocking Grasp, and Light, along with Chaos Bolt, Burning Hands, and Shields, You're most likely to blow a hole where the handles would have been instead of sealing it closed.
He can't just. I thought he's like made out of living fire, right?
Fire water mix, but his innate spellcasting ability involves water with fire
But
resistance.
Oh, so he isn't like just on fire or something.
Right.
Okay.
Fire resistance.
I was thinking because, for example, like an Efreet. Efreet are fire creatures, right?
Fire genies, yes.
Exactly. An Efreet wouldn't be casting a spell to do that. For an Efreet, that would be a physical ability.
Let me check the monster manual.
I'm looking at the Ganassi's abilities.
So culture clash here. Ghost Rider wouldn't be using his dark magic to cast a spell to melt them together. He's on fire, so it would just melt them together. You know what I'm saying? It's a physical ability, not a spell, if they have that trait.
It's an ability to hurl fire, but nothing about being on fire.
So it's an ability, not a spell, for him to throw fire?
To throw a small ball of fire dealing 5d6 fire damage.
And it's an ability, not a spell.
Right. Well, actually.
So instead of throwing the fireball, what if they just held it and held the fireball and grabbed onto the door handles? That would melt them, right? And then just physically mash them together. See what I'm saying? You got to think outside the box. It's not all about numbers and the direct code.
Does a fireball have like an amount of kinetic energy that propels it in a direction, or can I use it to work with?
Well, you don't know fireball yet.
Like, is it propulsion or does he just yeet it?
But firebolt.
You know firebolt.
Well, there is another option you could do. One of the things with control water also works with ice.
Okay, and there is a canal right next door. I can just dump some of the water like in front of the door and then freeze it up,
or onto the door handles, or parts of the door just to keep them from opening.
Yeah, I could just like drop a whole wall of ice to reinforce the door.
Up to a 5-foot space.
Up to a 5-foot space. How big are these goblins?
They're size small, but they fit into a 5-foot space like medium creatures.
Size small. And how tall are these doors again?
They're about 2 stories tall.
What I could do, I could flood the warehouse and then freeze it, and all the goblins are frozen in their tracks. Or I could just only lightly flood the warehouse and then freeze it, turn it into an ice rink, and the goblins are slipping around. How coordinated are these goblins?
Well, they're part of the crime gang.
Okay.
Well,
Are these goblins? Are these like sapient? Like, do they have the same could they have similar thought processes to humans, or are they just beasts?
They are.
They're sentient.
Especially since they're also considered a player race.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. But they probably don't live in ice a lot.
But they are stealthy, so they have to be pretty dexterous.
Yeah.
Also, there isn't, like, I mean, no, it's magic, so I guess it would work.
So just to a 5-foot space then. Maybe I could make just put like a sort of reinforce the bottom of the door and the hinge of the door with ice.
Yes.
And then and then also maybe freeze the handles. All right, can I do that?
Yes, you can.
All right, I'll give it a shot.
Good. So you're doing that with both doors.
Yeah.
All right.
Is that cool with you?
Yeah.
Sam? Balthazar?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll freeze those doors. Do you want me to jump in the window after you guys?
Actually, hold up. Sneak through the doors and freeze them behind you.
Okay, and bring
So
some water
we can
behind me.
flank them.
Or I'll freeze
That-
one set of doors from the outside, and then freeze the other set of doors on my way.
All right.
All right. Which doors are you going to go in through?
Which ones have the least amount of goblins close to it?
Roll a perception check. Twice.
16, 14, and
Perception uses wisdom.
so 18 tops, 16, 18, 16.
So you're unable to tell which doors has the most goblins.
Okay, but this one has the window.
Right.
All right. Well, if I freeze this one first and then go through this one, I have a bigger chance of creating possibly a diversion when you guys go through here, so they're less likely to notice you, and B, taking cover behind those crates if I need to. So
Or freeze. Actually, can we look through the window? How high up is it?
It's what would be on the second story.
Okay. Do I have a rope?
Yes, you do.
I attach a rope to one of my stun arrows since they're hook shaped and shoot it up and use it like a grappling hook. Unless I already have a grappling hook, in which case I just use that.
Or we could just boost someone up to look through the window.
Colby, boosting someone up isn't gonna reach second story. Especially not on a warehouse. I'm guessing by warehouse you're talking something bigger than the shop we had back in Kansas?
Let's see. Well, was the shop 70 feet wide? If it was 70 feet wide and 120 feet long, so 70 by 120. Well, if the shop we had back in Kansas was about that big, then about that size. Because with how the whole adventure's put, it's just a large two-story building.
Alright. So, I guess boost someone up then. Sven, what's your stealth?
My stealth is 6.
And what is mine?
Yours? Yours is a 4.
Alright, so I'll boost you up. I need to make a strength check, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Alright, 14.
14 plus your strength of 4. plus proficiency in athletics is 20.
Nice.
Alright, so you're boosting me. Well, boosting spin up to look through the window. Stealth check. Made it. Perception. +17 +5. So from looking through the window, I'm able to see at least 3 goblins on a catwalk that circles around the entire building. With cover, with boxes like the one we saw earlier, a row of boxes here, an office right here, with a door right there, more boxes, right there, and 2 more goblins on the main floor. With no sign of Krenko.
No sign of Krenko in the office.
Well, the office door is closed and everything, so...
No windows?
Right.
Sven, do you think you can take out that goblin to the left of the window stealthily?
Well, first up, stealth check. 15 plus 6 is 21. And using my longbow, what does it deal? D8. So it's another 15 plus 4. 19 against the goblins. 15. Dealing 15. So that's 19. Also proficient. So that's 21. With 1d8 plus 4. 7. Oh. It's dead. It's dead. And 18. No one notices. So far, so good.
Okay. See if you can stealthily pull me up. Would that be you rolling for strength and me rolling for stealth, or you rolling for both?
Well, first up, stealth to climb in.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let me roll for that. I rolled a 14.
You've also got the disadvantage on the stealth because of your armor.
So do I roll 2 or 1?
2 die and use the lower one.
All right, 14 and 20. So
14 plus 4 is 18. Then let's Sven makes a athletics check. Nat 20. To pull you up. Then it's your turn, Big Steam, right?
Okay. Now I'm behind those crates now.
You're right here after. Alright, make a stealth check.
17 plus what, dexterity?
Yep.
So that's 18.
Alright. The goblins did not notice you.
Okay. What's our objective right now? Are we just picking off goblins?
Well, our objective
Yep.
is. So yeah, picking off goblins while trying to get to Krenko.
Thinking about.
I'm going to stun sniper shoot that one all the way across, so
This
it doesn't
one?
see him. Yep. No. Up. That one.
Okay. I was thinking about hurling like a chaos bolt or something at that one.
We're trying to do it stealthily, so I'm taking a stealthy sniper shot on him. Sven,
Okay.
you take out the one that apparently is being blocked by my face.
Right here?
No, you said there was one in that corner closest to me?
Well, there's one right here, one right here on the catwalk.
I can't see that one. I can't see that one.
This one? Oh.
Yeah, I can't see it. There we go.
Right there. And then 2 on the main ground.
What about that?
All right.
This one's dead.
Oh, okay.
I sniped it.
Oh, that's right.
Okay, I'm going to go for the one on the left of us. You go for the one on the right. He will try and stealthily take out one of the goblins on the bottom.
Okay. Can I like roll out from these crates? Is it still my turn? Or did I already use a move to?
Well, let's roll for initiative. 14, 14, and 11.
Actually roll, or are you doing the just base numbers?
The initiative score. 10
Okay.
plus dexterity modifier.
Alright. I'm going to take that sniper shot. I rolled a 17.
That's a hit. 17 plus 4 plus 2.
Okay. It's a stun sniper shot, so do they have to make a constitution saving throw?
Well, 1d4 for damage. 1d4
Right.
plus 4.
3.
3 plus 4.
Yep.
That's a 7. Goblins only have 7 life.
Okay.
So that's dead. So your stun snipes are apparently fatal to goblins. And then Sven's taking out that other goblin on the walkway. 11 plus 4 plus 2 is 17. That's a hit. Say 4 plus 4 is 8. That's dead. Now it's your turn, Big Steam.
Thinking maybe I could. All right, so we're still playing stealth.
Yes.
Do I have any? I do have a crossbow. Is that stealthy?
You can do that. Crossbow, 20 shots.
Yeah, 20 bolts.
I fired twice. Balthazar fired once.
I'll be right back. I have to grab a charging cord. Keep going.
Ability scores. Crossbows. Kind of crossbow?
Light.
Light.
So, hand crossbow?
It's a light crossbow. Right.
Oh,
here.
okay.
1d8 piercing.
What's the average health on a goblin?
7.
Okay.
8 plus your dexterity modifier. Well, 1d8 plus dexterity modifier.
Plus 1.
So highest you can get is 9, lowest is a 2. Roll a d20.
What's this guy at?
Those two are both at 7.
Okay. Alright, well, I'll give it a try.
Well, first you need to get out from behind cover.
Alright, I roll out from behind the boxings.
Stealth check to avoid being seen.
D20, right?
Yep.
Oops. Well, I've created a fantastic diversion for you guys.
Parker. He rolled a 2 on stealth.
Ooh. He still gets that shot, though. They're just not surprised.
Right.
At this point, I don't have to worry about a stealth shot, do I?
No.
I can just go for a straight up
Firebolt.
Or burning hands.
You've got limited number of spell slots, especially at first and second level.
Oh, but okay.
You know 3 spells.
But yeah, burning hands is one of them, isn't it?
Yep, but 5 up to here.
Oh, I thought it was 15 feet.
That is 15 feet.
Oh, okay. Okay, in that case...
5, 10, 15. Firebolt, which deals 1d10 fire damage.
And that's unlimited range?
It's got a range, but it's longer. Well, it's farther than Burning Hands. Firebolt, range of 120 feet.
That's quite some range. And that's 1 action. How many actions per turn?
1. 1 action, a bonus action if you can use it. And then free actions you can use with as many, which is mostly just talking.
I also have...
Ray of Frost and Shocking Grasp.
I can also do Chaos Bolt, right?
Yep, Chaos Bolt would be in this book.
Okay.
Chaos Bolt has the same range as Firebolt, dealing 2d8 plus 1d6.
2d8 plus 1d6?
Yep.
Is that... I'm sorry, I don't play sorcerers very often. Is that draw from any sort of like mana source or anything?
Spell slots.
Spell slots?
Which is in the section for sorcerers.
That's why I always do something stealthy, because magic is confusing.
Yeah. Well.
So, spellcasters have something called spell slots, which determines how many spells you can cast per long rest. You've got 3 first level spell slots, plus 2 spell points, which you can then use to create another first level spell slot. So you have a total 4 spell slots.
Wait.
4 first level spell slots.
Okay, so I don't have any second level spell slots?
Not yet.
Okay, so if I wanted to use a Chaos Bolt, I would have to have a second level spell slot?
It's a first level spell.
Oh. And that takes up 2 spell slots?
1.
Just 1.
One first level spell slot, as you get an extra first level spell slot at 3rd level, plus 2 second level spell slots at 3rd level as well.
Okay, so does a Chaos Bolt take up more slots than a Firebolt?
Firebolt is a cantrip. You can cast that at will as many times as you want.
Oh, I understand. Okay, that's what cantrips are. Okay, I get it.
Right.
Yeah, I'll cast a Firebolt. Yeah, the feller closest to me.
Alright, make a spell attack.
And how is that done?
So that is proficiency plus spellcasting ability, which for a sorcerer's is charisma. Using a d20.
Okay, 16 plus 2, 18 is my charisma. 18
Plus 2 with proficiency is 20.
plus 20. Okay, so a 9 for fun.
Alright, now roll a d10 for damage. That's a d12.
That's a d12. This is a d10.
Yes.
3. Plus.
Firebolt deals 1d10 fire damage. Just 3 damage to that one goblin.
Okay.
So, what happens? As you step out from behind the crates, one of the goblins just happens to look your way and sounds out an alarm. You, in quick response, throwing aside your crossbow, gather both your hands together to create a small orb of fire, hurl it at the goblin, dealing 3 damage to it. Now it's the goblin's turn. So that goblin, the one that you hit with its short bow, shoots at you. And what's your AC?
I don't know. What is AC?
Armor?
Oh, armor class. Okay.
You don't have any armor, so it's
I do
10
have.
plus 1 is 11.
Can I cast a shield?
Quick reaction to give you 5, well, plus 5 to your AC.
Wait, how much would he take?
Well,
and what's my HP? Or okay, so I have 11 AC. I have 11 AC.
11 armor class, yes.
Okay. And how much damage would he do?
Well, he rolls to use his short bow, and instead of hitting you, it hits the big stack of boxes right here.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Misses.
That's convenient.
The other goblin, after being alerted by the first one, fires its short bow at you. Ooh. Nat 20.
Uh-oh. I can't die like this.
Since that's a critical hit, with the natural 20, that's double the weapon dice. So the other goblin takes its time, eddies and aims with its short bow, fires at you, dealing 9 damage.
I'll take it.
So you went
Is that a gamble? How much HP do I have?
16.
16.
Because yours is D6 plus 2.
Oh, okay. And does armor class, does that regenerate?
Armor is how much it takes for someone to hit you with the D20 roll. So they rolled a nat 20. We've been rolling high. That one goblin rolled a 5. 5 with plus 4 to hit.
Oh,
is
okay.
9.
I understand.
And since it was less than 11, it didn't hit you.
So if it goes over 11, that means it hits.
11 or higher, it hits.
And how much damage does he do?
It's 1d6, but since that one goblin was a critical hit,
Right.
It was 2d6.
Right. Which is?
9 damage.
Okay.
And you're at 16 minus 9.
I suppose I can't dodge, can I?
No, but you could do a reaction to well, your shield would just add 5 to your AC, which would put it at 16, which wouldn't help.
Yeah, which wouldn't help. Okay, well, I'll just take it then.
Alright, so you're at 5 health.
Take it like a champ.
Alright, Barker. Alright, Balthazar?
Yep.
Your turn.
They haven't noticed you guys yet, have they?
Nope. All their attention's on you.
Okay. Take
I'm
advantage.
going to. Do I have any lethal arrows, or are they all stun arrows?
You've got, let's see, 4 stun arrows left. The rest are all lethal.
All right, I'm going to fire a lethal arrow at the one closest to me.
All right, roll.
Yep. A second. Okay, D20. Roll 17.
17 plus 4 plus 2. 18, 19, 20. That's 23, which hits past their armor of 15. Now, roll a d8 for damage.
One. Gosh darn it.
Well, 1 plus 4 is 5. So that one has 2 life left.
Since they are surprised by us, do we get an extra turn?
Well, roll a d20 for a stealth check. Well, roll 2d20 with disadvantage.
All right, the lowest one's 15.
With 15, which... So they do not notice you.
Okay.
They have a passive perception of 9. Alright, so I'm going to try hitting the one that you hit. Well, Sven's going to hit the one that Balthazar hit. 11 plus 4 is 15, plus 2 with proficiency is 17. 3 plus 4 is 7. This one's dead. And then it's that goblin's turn. So first, stealth check. 15 plus 6, well, plus 5? Yeah, plus 5. Well, plus 6, actually, so it doesn't notice me. So it's that goblin. Oh. So the goblin is going to attack you. So, that last goblin pulls out another arrow, pulls back his short bow, lets go as the string snaps.
Oh, okay.
The string snaps, the arrow goes forward and drops at its feet. The string no, not a d6, let's do a d4. The string snaps across the goblin's face, dealing 1 damage. So it's
Dumb
got
goblin.
3 life left. Your turn.
Okay, well, time for the sequel to Firebolt.
Another firebolt.
Firebolt 2. Okay.
D20.
13 plus 16, so 16.
14 plus 2 plus another 2.
Yeah,
Because
okay,
proficiency.
18. Yeah, that's right, yeah.
So that hits. Now roll a d10. That's it.
Oh, come on. Just one of those days.
So it's got 2 life. You want to try and finish it off, Parker?
Yep. Lethal shot. Rolling 20. 7.
7 plus 4 is 10, plus 2 is 12.
Success or fail?
Fail, they have an armor of 15.
Gosh darn it. All right.
As your shot hits right next to its foot.
No, it would hit it, wouldn't it?
Well, not right next to its foot, just right on its shield.
Okay.
Alright, so Sven. 15 plus 6 is 21. Rolls an 8. As Sven fires his longbow, pierces the goblin straight through its skull. So that goblin's dead. See, 250 divided by 3. See, calculator. Everyone gets 83 XP.
Can that XP heal me?
699. $86. No, XP is how much experience you
I
get
know what
until your
XP
next
is.
level. Well, good news. Your other 2 members are both healers.
Oh, great. Okay.
Alright, with all the goblins taken care of, we're going to climb down, right?
Yep.
Maybe.
Or is the office on the second floor or
It's on the
underneath?
first floor. But the catwalk does go right over it onto its roof.
That's what I was thinking. You guys could try to slip in, see if there's a back door on top or something.
Probably best not to drop onto it because that would alert who's inside.
Yeah.
Right.
You just sneak onto it.
So we're climbing down.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Sven's going to go over to Big Steam and cast Cure Wounds, spending one of his 2 spell slots. 7. Healing him for 10.
Much obliged.
Which will bring you up to your maximum. So, all meeting right in front of the door.
Yep.
What do we do now? Just knock?
So, how are we going to do it? Since it's a one-person door?
I'm going to. You see that stack of boxes behind us?
Right here?
Yeah. If I did on top of that, would I be able to see through the door?
You could. Just
Actually, no, that's not a good idea. Does anyone have any sort of thing that can disorientate people?
Well, I do have light.
That just creates a orb of light like in Lord of the Rings when they were in Moria.
Yeah, I know what it does. I mean, it could be a distraction. We're trying to disorientate.
Yeah, if you used how well of control does it have over them?
The light?
Yeah.
It just creates a
I think you can turn any.
point.
object into a light, right?
Well, it's
You touch one object that is no larger than 10 feet in any dimension. Until the spell ends, the object sheds bright light in a 20-foot radius and dim light for an additional 20 feet. The light can be colored as you like. I can make it like a pulsing strobe light, right?
no, it's steady.
Steady, okay.
And all right, good news is it's still streaming. Sorry about that for our viewers. Alright, the computer shut down. So anyways, back to where we were. So you're trying to figure out something with those boxes. Right, Balthazar?
No, because then that would limit my field of view too much.
Right. Alright, so let's tilt the screen back down. Go back to our game. So, you got any plans?
Somebody busts down the door and actually no. Somebody busts down the door, take 2 steps in, ready. Me, step in, step to the right, stun crossbow at the ready.
Okay.
Alright. So, who's going to go first?
Is the door locked? Does it take a significant amount of strength to knock it down?
Let's kick it down anyways.
Alright. Who's going to go first?
I mean, I'll do it. I feel like I'm many for
19 plus your strength score? Well, strength modifier?
That's 1, so I'm at 20.
So it's modified 20. So you're kicking it down. The room, as was pointed out earlier, is just 15 feet long and 20 feet wide, the door there. So you kick it down. 1 step in, 5 feet, there's a large desk right in the middle, a goblin right here, and another goblin right here. And then you're stepping to the side, right?
Yeah, that was
Yep.
the plan, right?
So you step to the side, and then Parker steps in with his stun bow. Little stun arrow. Alright. So, this goblin looks significantly more armored than the other goblins you just faced.
I'm guessing that's Krenko.
This one right here is Krenko.
Oh, well, never mind.
So going with initiative. With the 4 of you in there, it's Parker, Krenko, Krenko's Enforcer, and then Big Steam.
So who's first?
Balthazar.
Balthazar.
You're going to take a shot at Krenko?
Yep, stun shot at Krenko.
Alright, roll the hit.
19.
Damage?
It's a D4, right?
Yep.
4.
4. And then a Constitution check against 8. Plus 4 plus 2. So 8 against 14. Oof. So you fire your stun arrow. It smacks Krenko right in the middle of the forehead, and he goes down. Leaving that one goblin right next to you.
Okay.
Who, pulling out his scimitar, makes a swing at you. Swings at you, misses, and gets the sword lodged in the desk. It's your turn, Bigstein.
Is Krenko dead?
Nope, he's unconscious.
He's just unconscious. And there's this guy right here.
Yes.
Would Balthazar be at risk of harm if I attempted to perform a ranged attack at that guy?
Well, if you move over, it would be safer.
Oh yeah, I could do that. Is there like an estimated time that Krenko will remain unconscious? Because I mean, being the slimy goblin that he is, he might come conscious when we're not looking and try to sneak away.
So, alright. So he'll make a constitution check at the end of his turns, waking up on a success. Roll to 5. No, it's...
Roll this?
No, I was making the roll for Krenko. It's going back to your turn.
Oh, okay. So he'll...
He's unconscious still.
He's unconscious still. Okay, I'm gonna...
Take a few steps, right?
Yeah, I'll step over here.
Right here?
Sure. And then...
Firebolt.
Yeah, I'll firebolt that top one.
Alright, roll the d20. 13.
So that's
13
17.
plus 2.
Plus 4, plus another 2.
Plus...
Right?
Yeah, 17.
So 17.
And that hits. Roll a d10. Yes. 8. So this goblin is at 13 life left.
Okay, so he's the enforcer. He's the big feller.
He's a tough goblin.
Okay.
And now it's Balthazar's turn. Unless you want Sven to join.
What's Sven doing?
Oh,
He probably
Chilling
can't
out
open
the
the door.
hallway. Get in here. Come on, man.
Where's Sven?
that's true. He's blocked by the door
Oh, okay.
with Parker in the way. Well, with Balthazar in the way.
You could,
Okay.
Parker. You could like.
There's this. Wait, is there a goblin right next to me?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'll attack it and then you attack it. All right, Sven.
All right.
What melee weapons do I have?
You have 2 short swords. And with your 2 weapon fighting, you can add your attack modifier to the damage of the seconds. So it'd be 2d6 plus 8 to the overall damage.
Okay.
Going to roll?
Yep. Rolling a d20. Seven. Gosh darn it.
7 plus 6 is not high enough. And then you're taking a step back.
Yep.
Step back. Goblin gets an opportunity attack. And misses. Well, not exactly miss, it just bounces off your armor.
Okay.
Sven is going to step into the room. 2 weapon fighting with both short swords. 16 plus 4 plus 2. 17, 18, 19, 20. That's 22. Rolling 2d6. That's 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16. Let's see, 21. 13. It's dead. This goblin is dead. Goblin's dead. Krenko's unconscious. Let's see.
I could like put him in a block of ice. Might make it more difficult.
Everyone, alright. EXP distribution. Everyone gets 133. Sven's at 1,219, which will put him at 3rd level. And I'll get to that later. Big Steam's at 516. Balthazar is 832. Looking this up. Is almost 3rd level. So close. But there's more. Alright, so Sven. Primeval awareness. And let's go Beastmaster. With Ranger's Companion. And that's it for now. So, no one's going to search the room for treasure or something?
Oh, what's in those crates?
In those crates are various weapons. Swords, explosives, and is-it-built flamethrowers.
Do I need a flamethrower?
Well,
Wouldn't hurt to have one.
being part of the Is-it League, you would be able to use one.
Yeah, I suppose I would. Could I dual wield
As-
flamethrowers?
As a representative for the Boros Guild and the Law Keepers of Ravnica,
Well,
I claim this as contraband to be put under the jurisdiction of Boros.
But this was manufactured by the Izzet, and I can assure you we are up to code on all Izzet regulations. Of which
And
And
there are.
apparently selling to crime bosses.
It's in the name of science.
This is all evidence and contraband, and as so to be confiscated by the authorities.
let's see, 17.
But what about all the research I could do with this flamethrower?
So, Sven finds an iron strong box under the desk Krenko was behind. Of course, the strong box is locked.
Let's see. Can I try to tinker in there with my dungeoneering kit? There's no lockpick in a dungeoneering kit, is there?
Nope. Well, let's see. There was a strong box under Krenko's desk.
Maybe Krenko would have the key. Let's pat him down.
Are you going to make a investigation or a perception check?
Oh, sure, yeah. Don't mind if I do. Oh. Do I wake him up?
No.
Do I accidentally grope him?
No.
I fall on top of him.
No. You accidentally pat down the leg of the desk
No key here.
with the -1. You're not going to do anything, Parker?
I don't know. I go out into the warehouse and start checking the rest of the boxes.
Well, there's the swords, the explosives, the flamethrowers, ammunition for arrows.
Bolts.
Arrows or bolts?
Both.
I snagged a couple of bolts to refill my quiver.
Oh, okay. So he can take contraband because he's above the law.
I'm taking it for the Boros Guild.
You don't. Bolts are for crossbows. You don't have a crossbow.
Well, if he gets to take the bolts, I'm taking the flamethrower for
Stun
science.
sniper uses a crossbow.
What? What,
I'm a
Parker?
stun sniper. Stun sniper uses a crossbow.
Well, so you're going to modify those. So you're going to get a crossbow, and modify those bolts for a stud sniper, or
I thought I'd been using a crossbow the whole time.
you've been using a longbow.
Since when? I said stun sniper. Stun sniper uses a crossbow.
You can get a crossbow later.
Fine, I'll stay. Oh, fine. I just refill my quiver with arrows then.
All right. So from there, the three of us, along with Krenko, then go to the handoff.
I can't try to pat him down again. Did I already miss my opportunity?
You want to try?
I mean, yeah, might as well. Didn't find a key last time. It's not very good, but it's still something. So
No.
7.
No. So anyways, handoff. So, as per part of the instructions that were part of our mission that we received from the Orzhov Angel Sky, so it's outside of the 10th district. As the rain intensifies into a downpour, you're directed to the old granary that Nessus picked as the rendezvous point. The wet, crumbling clay building sits out in an untended field and is overgrown with all manner of vegetation, almost completely reclaimed by the wild. Nessus steps out of the entryway into the field, holding a small purse and flanked by 2 heavily armed guards. Nasus had asked the Azurius for assistance, but had also brought 2 human veterans wearing no obvious guild identifiers to help take Krenko back into custody. So, anyways, Nasus then approaches the 3 of you. Thank you for bringing Krenko back into custody. We'll make sure that he won't escape again this time. As the 2 guards, as 2 unarmed soldiers, unarmed veterans go and grab Krenko and pull him away.
I stop them and I ask to see some guild identification.
All right, NASA says as he reaches into his jacket and pulls out a document. This here states that as an official officer of the Guild Pact, I am allowed to operate within the fields that's required of me. That includes asking other guilds for help, as well as asking for outside help to help me out. But if you're waiting for the payment before handing Krenko over, I can understand.
Not payment. I just want to make sure that this gets to that the prisoner is taken by Boros' hands.
Well, considering that it's the Azurius who are the ones that held him under lock and key and the ones who were supposed to transfer him to another prison, to another prison where he would then await for court at that prison, which is also part of the courthouse. Then it would fall under Azurius jurisdiction. And the Azurius then have to answer to the Guild Pact. And as an officer of the Guild Pact, he then is to be brought under my custody.
Hmm.
If you want to make this easier, Parker, roll an insight check.
Okay. 20. Nat 20.
Alright, nat 20. You're able to determine that Nessus is hiding something, but he won't be revealing it if he's approached directly.
Hmm. Wait, repeat that?
So, he seems to be hiding something, but he won't be revealing it if he's approached directly.
Uh-huh. So, I asked, what's the name of the prison that they're taking him to?
Well, we're taking him to the... Hold on. See.
Could you just, if you want to like fill me in briefly, like why are we going after Krenko and why are we working with the guild?
The Guild Pact?
Yeah.
So Krenko is a goblin crime boss who's wanted for the murder of one of the Shattergate brothers, who's another goblin gang. Now Krenko had been arrested by the Boros and had been put in an Azurius prison. However, on transfer to the courthouse, Krenko had escaped.
Okay, so
And the Guild Pact is what's keeping all 10 of the guilds from going to open war against each other.
okay, So are we working working a job for the guild pack?
Yes.
Okay. So how come Krenko gets fair trial, but none of the other goblins that we just killed?
Well, Krenko has a big wanted poster for him.
Okay.
Plus, he had also escaped guild custody.
Okay.
So, the courthouse that Krenko was supposed to be transported to before he escaped was the Plaza East Azurius Courthouse. Of course, this was before he escaped, so he's going back to New Prav until a proper Azurius escort could be put together. If you want, you could make insight checks.
Insight. I'll do an insight check. I don't have any wisdom. 4 plus 2, so 6.
Alright, so you believe what Nasus is saying about Krenko being brought back, well, where Krenko was supposed to go, and Krenko being brought back to New Prav.
Well, I'm a scientist, not a lawyer.
Parker's a police officer, and I'm a scavenger. Well, Balthazar's a police officer, and Sven's a scavenger. So, anyways, Nasus holding the purse in his hands, handing it over. Here's the reward as promised. 300 gold for the capture and return of Krenko back into the Azurius hands. Azurius custody.
All right. I know it's sketchy, but I can't think of anything. I tell him that this isn't Krenko's first escape, and according to Boros' policy, his next prison escape will not bring him back alive.
Alright.
So make sure he stays locked up.
Alright, we'll make sure. Alright, so that's 300 golds divided by 3. That is 100 golds for everyone. Page 2. Alright. Now, that might be the end of that adventure, of that whole search for Krenko, but that is not the end of the adventure. We're still going. We're going to continue.
More stories, more adventures, more of everything.
Finish this tonight. see, where did those 6 strings? Oh.
All right. So you want to say your closing, Colby, so I can go make myself some quesadillas?
So make yourself some quesadillas. I'll set up the next part of this session.
How long do you suppose?
Wait, this session? I thought we're done for tonight.
We're going to finish this campaign tonight.
Colby, it is 10:30.
Oh. Well, first,
Yeah.